Hi, I'm Adam with C&W Plumbing, and today we're going to talk about slab leaks, hot and cold. Now, what I want to go over today is a couple observations that a homeowner may see in the home that'll alert you to a leak. Well, what I want you to look for is obvious signs in the home. Walking outside one morning and seeing water in your front yard where you knew you weren't watering, that should alert you. You should start asking some questions. At that point in time, I would highly suggest that you call a plumber because you may have a leak. Other signs, other places, water on the brick, water at the meter, places that you walk normally during the day. This is something you need to pay attention to. Also, you may hear sounds of water running. Now, during the day it's hard to hear sounds of water running because you have so many things going on in the home, but at night you may get up to get something to drink or use the restroom and you may hear the sound of a tss, and you're like, where's that coming from? Or a drip or something. That is a very possible sign that you have water running into the slab. Some people's water heaters are actually located in their attics, and you're not actually going to hear water running as much on that time. But for those who actually have water heaters in their homes, located in some closets or out in the garage, areas you travel, more often, you're going to hear the water heater running. Now, a water heater is going to run when it's heating up water or water is being used. Okay, so if you hear it running, you know nothing's being used in the home. That may be a sign that you have a hot side slab leak, or at least water is being used somewhere else, and you need to figure that out. Now, another way that's not so common is to look at the meter, okay? The meter in the front of your yard is usually located in the front of the yard. It has a dial on there that tells you whether or not the water is being used or not. It also has a leak detection on there. Okay, it's a little triangle usually, or a spiral or something like that that spins to show, the amount of usage. Well, if nothing in the home is being used and that meter, that dial is spinning, you are losing water and there's more than likely a leak somewhere on the water system and you need to get that checked. So another thing I need to talk about, it's very obvious, very common in the home, and it's sometimes misunderstood, is cracks in your wall. Okay, everybody has this thing that the ground's gonna settle and you're gonna have cracks and it's gonna be fine. Well, you need to pay attention to how severe the cracks are, because a lot of times they can be caused directly from loss of water underneath the slab, because it's making that house sink and move. So that's going to cause movement above slab and cause cracks. Now, it could be a sewer leak. Those also lead to this. Now, hot side slab leaks are a little easier to find sometimes. Okay, so obviously you're going to have a high water bill, like a hot and a cold leak. You're going to get the same thing. But a hot side slab leak can put warm spots on the floors. So if you're walking across the floor, especially on tile, hardwood floors, something that you normally walk on is cold or lukewarm, and it's extremely hot or a lot hotter than it should be, that is a major and most common sign of a hot side slab leak. We call them hot spots. Now, during a hot side slab leak, not only are you going to have a hot spot on the floor, but you also may have condensation that's caused by the heat underneath, which will cause wood floors to buckle. And you'll notice that, especially at edges where the wood combines itself, will start to separate. And as they separate, that is a major sign of water being lost from somewhere. And the condensation will show up rapidly, so the heat speeds up the process that happens. So if you see a little bit of a little misshape to your wood floor and then a week later it's really bad, you may have a hot side slab leak. Definitely want to call a plumber at that point in time.